Viewers, for thousands of Indian students and skilled workers, the dream of UK may be dimming. Prime Minister Keir Starmer has unveiled plans to ban recruitment of care workers from overseas, tighten access to skilled worker visas and raise the costs to employers in an effort to curb near record net migration that UK has been witnessing. And post-study visas have also been cut, coupled with a 10-year wait when it comes to settlement. Many now ask, is the UK still worth it? As Prime Minister Starmer vows to cut the numbers, Indians who build Britain's hospitals and fill its lecture halls stand in limbo. For the UK, it's control, when for thousands of Indians, it's actually confusion and a future that's uncertain. In fact, let me quickly now first play out this very short bite of Keir Starmer. We come back and open this up with the big questions.
These rules become even more important. Without them, we risk becoming an island of strangers, not a nation that walks forward together.
Okay, so he doesn't want it to become an island of strangers, but what does this mean? What is exactly the kind of impact? I want to put forth those big questions quickly on our screens. What does this mean? Is Starmer under pressure from Nigel Farage's growing popularity? Remember, it's the right that's rising, and is this one of those reaction? Second, what does the ban on social workers really mean for Indians? What is the kind of impact for Indian students? Are they caught in the political crossfire? And lastly, the biggest question, will Starmer actually be able to stop the boats? Let's quickly open this up. We've got a bunch of students from the UK. Sanam Arora also joins us. Let me quickly then get in all the students. Prajwala is there. There is Atul and there is Darshan as well. To all three of you, in fact, I have the same question, which is the kind of impact that you are seeing of this, this change that has come in. Let me start with you, Darshan. What do you think is the kind of impact that is likely to be felt by Indian students?
Thank you for having me. As a former international student in the UK, I welcome the government's decision to maintain the graduate route. However, current and prospective students are deeply concerned about the decision to reduce its duration to 18 months. This policy change comes at a time when international students already face significant challenges, including lack of clarity around the definition of graduate-level jobs. Such uncertainties can undermine their ability to fully leverage their UK education and skills in the job market. So I strongly advocate for greater clarity, fairness, and a collaborative approach across the sector. International students are a contributor to UK's economy, and the policies must recognize and reflect these values. Myself, having studied and worked at University of East London, I've seen firsthand how UK education shapes and transforms international students. At UEL, we're proud to say that 1 in 20 Indian students coming to the UK higher education chooses our university. So such contributions are the importance of international students, and they should be recognized, and the policies should be safeguarded, and there should be fair and transparent policies in the educational ecosystem. Thank you.
How much do these policies impact? What's the intransparency part that Darshan was referring to? This uncertainty. Prajwala?
So I totally agree with Darshan. We have already had some employment challenges here, and there is some financial strain as well, to mention it. And it has always been like this since I came here. So I think I just need to approach this in an optimistic note. And as long as we are talented and skilled, I think there will be opportunities for students. And we have to approach it without panicking, because you never know what is going to happen.
Atul?
So can you repeat your question again? I couldn't hear you before.
Atul? Go ahead. Hear me? Yeah, go ahead.
Can you please repeat your question again? I couldn't hear you before. Sorry.
I'm saying how bad is the impact of these change rules?
I think the devil is in details. We don't have enough. Yes, I think we don't have enough information about a lot of things. For example, the 18-month change in the graduate visa. When will it gonna be implemented? And the changes in the settlement scheme, when will it be implemented and how it will impact everybody who are currently in the system. And that's why many people who are currently on their skilled worker route are very much upset, because their goalpost has been suddenly changed from 5 years to 10 years. So while there's a lot of details in the papers from the white paper from the UK government, but I think there's a lot more that's yet to come, and that uncertainty is very problematic for a number of students.
Sanam, let me then ask you in terms of the changes that have been made for the graduate route as well. That's reduced the number of years, that the time period has reduced. How much do you think that's going to be an impact for students?
Look, I think any change, and we've been advocating for the graduate route for a very long time. In fact, we ran a 7-year-long campaign to bring this route to the UK in the first place. Any change that is reductionist in nature, even if it is a 25% fall, as it is in this case, from 2 years to 18 months, will have an impact. In 2012, when the post-study work visa was first taken away, we saw about 70% fall in the numbers of Indians coming to the UK. My team is doing the numbers, but we anticipate that if the changes are not properly communicated, and if they're not properly disseminated, information is not urgently properly disseminated, then we think about a 15 to 25% fall in the numbers choosing to come to the UK is possible. Having said that, there are a lot of variables and factors that impact the overall situation, and I do feel quite strongly that looking at everything around us, looking at what's happening in the US, looking at other countries, and the fact that there aren't very many countries which have the capacity to be able to take the numbers of Indian students that want to study abroad with the right quality, I don't think students who want to go abroad honestly have that many options if they're looking for genuinely quality information. So I think the impact can be mitigated, but my first gut instinct is to say we'll see between 15 to 25% fall, depending on the extent to which the changes are properly communicated.
25% fall on the higher side could be very, very steep, something that Mr. Starmer may not have budgeted for. Thank you so much. I'm running out of time, and it seems so are some of those Indian students as well.